with you any and everywhere you go. Turning now to the federal takeover of Washington, D.C., Vice President J.D. Vance making an unexpected visit to National Guard members at Union Station. Many of you saw that unfold yesterday right here on the Live Zone. This afternoon, reaction still pouring in. And a major victory for President Trump after a New York appeals court threw out the massive $500 million judgment dealt to the president after he was found liable at a civil trial for business fraud. Joining us now to discuss this and so much more, hey, she's back. Jacquie Jordan,
Hi.
CEO and political strategist. Good to see you, Jacquie.
You're giving me such a generous introduction, and I just wanted to say, Guy, that every time I'm on, D.C. is headed for bad weather. I feel like I'm bad luck to you.
Well, in that case, perhaps we need to postpone your return.
You're not kidding.
Hey, Jacquie, let's start with one of the big stories of the afternoon. In this case, the federal surge right here in the nation's capital. According to officials, the FBI joined federal partners in 31 more arrests last night, including 6 illegal firearm recoveries, 7 drug seizures, charges including theft, assault with deadly weapon, drug offenses, assault on an officer, unlawful entry. Overall, some 600 arrests have taken place since the operation started. Is it working, Jacquie?
Well, this is what happens when you bring in have become very crime infested and unsafe. And so, this is what the current administration proudly promised was law and order. And this is what we're getting. And this is what it looks like. And we're thankful for it because we want our families and we want our children going to school. We want everybody to be safe and know that they're safe. And, we watched the degradation of the Washington, D.C., the country's capital over the last couple of years. And it earned a reputation. It's one of the most beautiful cities, honestly, on the planet, with the architecture and the building and the museums. I mean, there's so much richness in Washington, D.C., and so to see it go down the pathway of, Baltimore and Philadelphia, and even where New York City's been headed with crime, has really been unpleasant. So the restoration of law and order, that's what we voted for.
We'll have more on the federal surge right here in the the hour, Jacquie. They're likely chanting hip hip hooray at the White House. This after a New York appeals court threw out the nearly $500 million lawsuit brought forth against the president. He overvalued his assets. Trump argued, hey, you're talking about a very sophisticated victim or two who got repaid, made interest. The courts ultimately sided in his favor.
Well, as they should. I'm in the process of getting my master's in legal studies, and we get to study cases just like this. And, we've had the president has definitely had more than his fair share of lawfare over the past couple years. And, that's what I think is so amazing about our justice system and our court process, is because if you push the truth through, justice does get served at some point. So I think this is really an exciting time, and I think it also just shows to what the president has endured in terms of the stretches that they have gone to legally try to cripple him, his business, his reputation, even his governance over the past couple years. So so I'm happy to see this ruling, and really grateful for it. And and this is really good news, and it should be hip hip hooray today over at the White House.
Let's take it to the international stage, where President Trump appeared to offer a rationale for Ukraine to go on the offense against Russia. Notable rhetoric as the momentum around peace talks, well, in essence, they have stalled. On Truth Social, the president posted, crooked and grossly incompetent Joe Biden would not let Ukraine fight back, only defend. How did that work out? Regardless, this is a war that would have never happened if I were president. Zero chance.
believe so, absolutely. I love his whole approach of peace through strength. I think that's what we're seeing. I think the White House has exemplified it. I thought the the Alaska summit was really patriotic and majestic about peace. I think that, and I think he's right to say that this would not have happened. It didn't happen under his last administration. And I think that American people are very tired of warmongering and the money laundering that comes along with the war, and we're tired of the casualties and the death that we continue to see. And I love that the president vocalizes that, and he's tired of seeing young men die at the expense of governance that have been ruling. So I do believe that we will see peace. I believe that we will get there, and I believe that he's the president to make that happen.
Well, one thing's for sure, we all want peace. Jacquie, we have time for one more, so we'll end with this, and that is, we all know that Democrats in essence have tried everything to beat the president, but there will only count them 1 for 3 in presidential elections against him. Now, twice they impeached him, but that didn't destroy his political career. Now there's word that the Democrats may be done taking the high road and go on the attack by hitting low. Is that the proper stance, and will that actually work out for the Dems?
Well, as a media strategist, I hope to say, wait, the Democrats haven't swung low before? Like, they would only think to go low at this point? I can't even imagine that. I think that they will do all stops. I think what is changing, though, is that the president had to stand stoic against the attacks that happened, from the Russia hoax at the very beginning to where we are now, where so many people, so many Americans, so many patriots, the blinders are off. We see exactly how the Democratic machine works. We see exactly how they propagandize things. And I don't care how much Gavin Newsom tries to tweet right now and do his little X comments. We understand their game. We see it. And we know how it's played, and I think that, we stand by the president for that reason, and we know what's coming. So below the belt is nothing new. I think that he has proven to fight back in the system and through the justice system and in the correct way and manner that is necessary to do it. And I think it's been a really brave example of things, and I definitely think he will end up going to heaven.
Jacquie Jordan. That's a good way to end it.
Not mine. Not right now, though. Not right now.
Jacquie Jordan, yet again, political strategist and CEO, joining us right here on the Live Zone. We'll chat soon. Next time, bring the sunshine with you, Jacquie.
Yes. Good to see you, Guy. Thank you.
All right. Well, the United States and EU have reached a trade deal. In a joint statement, both parties have outlined details of an agreement which includes